I'm really excited for this first comedian. He was actually mistaken for Johnny Depp at the New York Comedy Club. Please welcome, I think it's his first show in Staten Island ever, Derek Hickey.
I never know what to do with my hands. This year's just been that much harder for me. No, but as Mike said, I've been mistaken for Johnny Depp. It's 2021. Let's be real. That is not a compliment. 6 years ago, maybe. Oh, you were in the Pirates of the Caribbean 7. Great, they went to space. But 2021? That's not a win for anyone. But my real name is Derek Hickey. Hickey's my God-given name. Do you know where God gave me that name? Right here. Nah, but the last trip I took before quarantine was actually a trip to Ireland. When I was over there, the thing that I appreciated most was the little differences. Over there, you pick up a newspaper, they got things like sports, current events, politics. But do you all know what they call obituaries in Ireland? Sir, do you know?
No, I don't.
No? It's okay. What they call obituaries in Ireland is, oh, why did he die, 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 did he die? They put all that on a newspaper. Small print. But I am 30 years old, and the two things I love most are eating fig bars and watching World War II documentaries. By the time I'm 31, this is going to be a life alert. But Miss, what did you want to be when you were a kid? Like, what did you want to be when you were growing up?
Oh God, a singer.
A singer? That's respectable. Most kids, they want to be like a singer or an astronaut or a doctor. I was a little bit different. I either wanted to be the Pope or a crash test dummy. I'll explain. The Pope, because I would feed myself hamburger buns and drink Fanta, and I call it communion. And a crash test dummy, well, I once put one too many pipe cleaners into an electrical socket. Either way, I found religion. Okay, all right. Amen to that. Bless you, bless you. But it's interesting because recently, actually, I got the opportunity to do comedy down in the South, down in Georgia. And it was a great crowd, and it was wonderful, and they gave me all the great fixing and things. But the audience did look at me a little bit differently. Apparently, they had never seen Jesus in skinny jeans. Bless you again. No, but it's funny because recently my girlfriend's got me into this show on Netflix. It's definitely not one of those shows you watch right before you go to bed. It's a little bit creepy. I think it's from the early 2000s. Have you guys heard about that show? Gilmore Girls? What the hell is a Volvo, sir? No, but as surprising as it is, I do have a girlfriend. And she's Italian and I'm Irish. And it's interesting because with quarantine, we've been spending a lot of time together. And she's been rubbing off on me. I still don't talk about my feelings, but I have started to talk with my hands a lot more. You all would laugh harder if we were at the Olive Garden right now. We're all family there, sir. No, but another thing though about me as a kid though is I could never take liquid medicine. My mom would give it to me, and we'd play a game of give and take. And it got so bad that she actually went to my doctor, and she said, "Hey doctor, how do I make sure my son just doesn't die, doesn't die, doesn't die, doesn't die?" She was Irish. So he asked that I take pills. And I still wouldn't take those pills, so she had to start hiding them in my hamburger buns. So basically what I'm trying to tell you all is, from the age of 3 to 13, well, I was a golden retriever. I still got the coat. I did that for a 10-minute set once and I just blacked out, so we're not gonna do that again. No, another thing though about me as a kid though is I could never, ever believe in anything that my parents told me. And now that I'm living on the East Coast, if you can't tell from my accent, I realize that there are points in life when you just disappoint your parents without even realizing it. The thing about my dad is, and this is important, he watches Entertainment Tonight every night. It's on cable, check it out. And the thing is though, one night after I moved to the East Coast, I get a phone call conveniently after Entertainment Tonight airs, and without him saying, "Hey son, how you doing?" or "Are you doing okay?" or "You're living on the East Coast, have you been stabbed yet?" None of that. First thing I hear through the phone is, "I don't want you dating Taylor Swift." And just like you all don't know how to react to that, I didn't know how to respond either. And the problem with Entertainment Tonight is they show it every goddamn night. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. So the next night, don't jump ahead in the story by the way, they were on Entertainment Tonight, and a couple minutes after, I get another phone call. I don't even have to check my caller ID at this point. Pick up the phone, again, no, "Hey son, how you doing?" or I'm really concerned, or "Sorry I yelled at you last night about Taylor Swift." None of that. First thing I hear through the phone is, "I just found out Taylor Swift made $50 million last year. I guess you could date her." This is how I talk to my family, by the way. So again, just like how you all didn't know how to respond either, I said the only thing a loving son could say back to their father in Minnesota. I guess I'll text her back, Dad. But, you know, it's interesting because with quarantine and all that, have you all ever had some of those deep existential questions come into your mind, like right before you're trying to go to bed? Some of you? Okay, that's okay. It's happened to me a lot. And recently, there's been a question that's been bothering me for months now, and I'd like to ask for y'all's help if that's okay. If Waldo from Where's Waldo and Carmen Sandiego ever met, how would any of us ever know? I said it's not rhetorical. No, but you know how like most parents, they want to have a kid that's healthy and happy, like that's all they want out of their kids? What my parents got with me was a kid that was gullible and accident prone. Gullible because my dad told me if I drank Powerade all my hair would fall out. This is a wig. And accident prone. God damn it! Do I have to explain the pipe cleaners to you all again? Well, with quarantine and the pandemic and all that, like, you know, I feel like there's been tough for people that are still working from home to find that right, like, work-life balance. Are you all still working from home? No?
Yeah.
Ish? Hybrid? Some of you? Well, I have a piece of advice that I found on LinkedIn that I can tell you all as a piece of advice for how to maintain that appropriate work-life balance. When you're doing expense reports, eat some edibles. It's from LinkedIn. But the last thing I'll leave you all here with tonight is, have you all seen that show on Netflix, The House on Haunted Hill? Yeah? Some of you? It is creepy.
Yeah.
There's another season too. And I'm going to ask for your help in a moment, but if you haven't, I can summarize that show in a single sentence for you all. White people complain about owning second property. Is that accurate? Thank you, sir. My name's Derek Hickey. Thanks so much for having me. Thank you.